hard for you to let go a little? Or are you the in-your-face collaborator? How do you, what's your process like? When you,
it depends, really. I mean, what was so great about this was that the characters were amazing, the script was amazing, and it was really just about all of us participating in deepening what we already had and trying to have answers for things. I get annoying in rehearsal because I'll be like, but why is she wearing blue? But why is that? So I do ask the questions of why, and then we have to all figure out, we're gonna run around being very annoyed, trying to figure out what the answers are. But I don't think that I have been on movies where I felt like I wanted to turn it in a different direction, and that's always a huge mistake because it's a director's meeting and I'm here to serve the director, and I love that, especially love that about doing streaming and doing television, is that, 100% you are there to serve the showrunner, to serve this larger piece, and to me that's the best part of what I do now.
Haley, do you have a moment during shooting where you look around and you're like, wow, okay, this is the big time. This is something I'm gonna remember. This is the process moment that I'm gonna always take with me in my career. Something maybe maybe something you learned from Jodie.
Oh, I mean, the whole process, from getting the call, that was big. I mean, when I went to Iceland flying first class, I was like, I mean, the first day when we walked on set, the first day was the corpsicle week, and just kind of seeing how many moving parts there were, and how much care was behind telling the story, how much care was behind every single detail. We did have rehearsals, we did talk about a lot before we went in, but the first day, there's a lot of pressure, Muhammad Ali used to say, people come to my fights to watch me win, some come to watch me lose. So I kind of had a mentality like, I have a lot of riding on this. Some people are probably like, who the hell is this pierced up, tattooed boxer person? But that was a moment where I'm like, all right, I'm supposed to be here. This is a lot riding on this. It was the first day. I mean, from the call to the plane to the dope ass apartment I had in Iceland. I mean, it was all like, wow, I can't. So, no, it was really nice from the first day, and it was like really, I didn't want it to end, basically.
How did you select the Billie Eilish song? I don't know whose choice it was. Was it yours?
It was mine.
Why that song?
I was listening to that on repeat during the pandemic.
Oh. Okay, that's the credit song.
Yeah, and I wrote a bunch of the first passes of the episodes, listening to Billie Eilish in general. I suspected informed what I say very, shyly. I suspected informed, but then I listened to the song after making the show, and I was like, oh, that song is talking about a tongue stepping on a piece of glass, and I think I basically turned the song into a series.
Don't say that.
My own version and very, very freely adapted. So it was just a natural choice. And it played, it was so much fun to have this dark, dramatic moment and break it with. It was so much fun.
Shooting in Iceland, how cold did it get?
It was, I think,
That woman's from Buffalo. Stop it. I'm Mexican, it was horrible.
It was like 20 to 25 degrees in the, we shot January, February, we shot 56 nights in the dark, in the cold, on the ice, 43 consecutive nights, 20 to 25 degrees. And had we done it in Alaska, it would have been minus 20. It really hard to shoot in the real place, and Iceland was a great place. And we had a crew that was just built to be outside and weathered so much, so many challenges, and they were just problem solvers. We were really lucky, and we had amazing weather.
We got really lucky, I have to say.
And
And you know why?
Yeah.
You guys both on the same show because it was negative. Where were you? jumpsuits, it was really cute.
And you didn't know who was who.
It was very pretty.
No, there were nights, I mean, listen, a lot of the weather that you see in the show, I mean, there were nights where you would get out of the car to go to work and the door would slam on you, and it was so windy. There was one night in particular where I'm in the suit, it's, you know, and I get to Issa's car and she's like, what the fuck? We're not gonna be able to shoot, how are we gonna be able to do this? And I was like, listen, Thor, who, his name was Thor.
Thor, he was
He
his
was our
name.
supervising location manager. I said, Thor would have called us if we couldn't shoot. Don't worry, we're gonna do it. She's like, how are we gonna hear anymore? We're screaming at each other as it is, because it's so loud from the wind. And then our DP gets out of his car, and she's like, Florian, we're not gonna be able to shoot. And he's like, well, we have to try.
He's German.
And Thor's on the ice, prepping the ice, and we're like, Thor, we can't hear anything, how are we gonna be able to shoot? And he goes, oh, hold on. And he drives a van onto the ice to block the wind, to shoot the dialogue. He's like, don't worry, we have a solution for this. I mean, the whole thing was bonkers, but amazing. And I think those were the nights that I felt really alive. We were out in the cold, and everybody's screaming at each other, and there's, you know, the night we were chipping through the ice to get to the ice cave, and we had gotten to a location that wasn't quite prepped, and, you know, we're beating the weather all the time, and trying to keep everybody safe, and it was mayhem, but it was great fun.
And how many hours of darkness did you have per night?
We shot, pretty much 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 2 o'clock in the morning, because Iceland, December through February, is dark most of the time. You know, it gets dark around 3, and doesn't get light until about 11. Yeah, 11 in the morning.
You have some very odd sleep schedules. We're running out of time, but I want to ask if you've thought anything about season 5.
I'm telling you so many pages of episode 5, so I've been thinking about it non-stop, basically.
Tahiti.
It's going to be, yes, the Amazon. We're going to the Amazon.
All right, well, thank you very much to our panel.